All right, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. All right, and also Shalom to the believers and the sisters on down to the children whom the Lord will have mercy on. The house of David is on the rise. Kwam Yashala. Today I wanted to get into the topic because there's a doctrine going around saying that the scribes and Pharisees aren't back today. So I just wanted to go through a few scriptures proving to you that they are indeed back today, as well as those who pierced the Lord. And the final judgment is going to take place here in Babylon the Great. And the prophets and apostles will get their reward. And the scribes, the Pharisees, the unbelievers, that wicked and perverse generation will get their reward. And will all take place here in Babylon the Great and wherever else Jake is scattered throughout the four corners. But right here in Babylon the Great, all right, spiritual Egypt is the main place and where to take place. But we're going to start here in Matthew 23 and 29. It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would have not been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets." So you got a lot of people here today who say, if they were back in the ancient time, they wouldn't have gave Jeremiah hell, they wouldn't have gave Isaiah hell, they wouldn't have gave Joel hell, Zechariah, Ezra, and all of the different prophets who the Lord sent, as well as the prophets who aren't written about, because there was a lot of prophets who weren't written about. They come under the vibration that they would be with them if they were on the planet Earth. But the way that they treat the actual men who are doing what those men were doing proves to you that, and the way that they ultimately did the Messiah proves to you that they would have came up against him, all right? It says, "Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets." All right, fill ye up then the measure of your fathers. All right, so right here, all right, he's letting them know that they are the children. He's talking to the scribes and the Pharisees, all right, which it was more than just them. But he's saying, you are the children of them which killed the prophets. All right, it says, fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, meaning, if you understand reincarnation, you are your fathers. You are those same niggas coming back, and you're filling up that measure. All right, and we'll get more into that measure here in a second. It says, "Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can you escape the damnation of hell?" All right, so he called them a generation of vipers, and that's one thing we want to focus on in this lesson, is the generation, because you have a righteous generation, you have the wicked generation, and we'll get into the wicked generation. And he's calling the scribes and Pharisees of this generation. Now let's just keep reading. "Wherefore I'm sending unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them you shall scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city." So you're going to have the men of the Lord, and you're also going to have these men who come up against them, and they're going to persecute them. Today it's done particularly via the internet, via YouTube, via comment boards, all right, and they actually come up to us, some of them. It says, "That may come upon you all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, and the son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar." It says, "Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation." All right, meaning this generation is going to have to pay for the wickedness that they did. All right, now let's keep reading. It says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent to thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under the wings, and ye would not. All right, behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till you say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord." So eventually they're going to bow. Now, the point we're going to focus on is, "Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come up on this generation." And when is it going to come on this generation? It's going to come here in these times, in the end, meaning that they are back. Not only are these people back, not only are the scribes and the Pharisees that persecuted Yahushua and his men back, and all of those wicked guys before the scribes and Pharisees, at the time of the Babylonian, the Medial Persian Empire, all of the prophets that were sent, you had this particular generation who came up against them, all right? But not only are they back, all right, let's get Revelations chapter, let's see. This is Revelations chapter 1, all right. Let's see, hold up. In 7, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. They also which pierced him, even all the kindreds of the earth, shall wail because of him, even so to Wab. So, what you see here is that the men who pierced him, those Roman soldiers, all right, they're going to be back when he comes back on the planet Earth. Also, this generation is going to be back to receive their judgment, all right? This is Luke chapter 17 and 25. He said, but first, let's see, first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation, all right? This is talking about Yahushua, all right? As it was in the days of Noah. Now, at the days of Noah, what did you have? You had scoffers, man, laughing at Noah, all right, for prophesying the flood, all right? It said, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So those people who were fucking with Noah, all right, it says they did eat, they drank, they married wives. Neither they were given into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. All right. Now this generation, these naysayers, the spirit of they're back on the planet Earth. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 20, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. And this generation is separate from the generation of the righteous. You have the generation of the wicked, and you have the generation of the righteous, man. You have the prophets, and you have those who come up against the prophets, all right? All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and 19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation, all right? As well as the wicked 2/3 of our people who are out here. You have the wicked, even they of the circumcision, so to speak, So horrible is going to be the end of the unrighteous generation. Now, let's get Isaiah 57. This is Isaiah 57 and 3. But draw near hither, ye sons of the sorcerers, and the seed of the adulterer and the whore. All right, and this is a spiritual thing here. All right, this is what men are running from, the spiritual aspect of the scriptures. It says, against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? All right, and that's you guys. You're back here today with your mouth wide open, coming up against the men of the Lord, man. It's crystal clear, man. And when you go down into it, the Lord is going to get you guys out of the way, man. All right? Let's see. Verse 14, it says, Isaiah 57 and 14, it says, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way. Take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. And you guys are a stumbling block. You're a seed of stumbling blocks. You always came to divert the true message and come with your own tacky, ruined, pitiful case, man. But you have your platform. And your platform, and these people are here on the planet Earth today, is that you are the seed, all right? The seed of the adulterer and the whore. You're the children of falsehood, man. And you're back today, and you're going to pay, man. It's funny that the guy who said that the scribes and Pharisees aren't here, he's one of those guys, man. He's coming back in that lot, man. They were among us, but they weren't of us, man. All right, this is 2 Peter 2 and 12. But these is natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. So there are men made to be taken, and they're always going to come back in their lots. All right, and the Lord refers to them as a perverse generation, children in whom is no faith. All right, let's keep going. This is Luke chapter 11 and 29. All right. And when the people were gathered thick together, he began to say, this is an evil generation. They seek a sign, and there shall no sign be given it, but the sign of Jonas the prophet. All right, so here it is. He's speaking of that evil generation once again. All right, and they've always been here. And the scribes and Pharisees were a part of that generation. And the scribes and Pharisees, as well as the righteous men, are back here on the planet Earth today. All right, this is Acts 2 and 40. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation. All right. And who was that untoward generation? The non-believers, man. Okay. The non-believers, man. All right. Hebrews chapter 3 and 10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. All right. And that is basically, when you go back to Matthew 23 and 31, because this is dealing with in Egypt. All right. This is dealing with Jake in Egypt. All right. But those naysayers, those unbelievers, those ones who came up against all of the leaders, those ones who were tired of the manna and wanted the flesh, you know, that generation of Jake is back on the planet Earth. All right. In their lots. All right. When you read Matthew 2 and 23, he tells them, ye are the children. All right. Matthew 23 and 31. Wherefore ye be witness unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killeth the prophets. All right. And they're going to have to pay for what they did to the men of the Lord. All right. At the last judgment, man. All right. So you have a wicked generation. All right. And you have a righteous generation, man. All right. Let's get Proverbs real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 30 and 11. There is a generation that curseth their father and doth not bless their mother. All right. That's this evil and wicked generation. Who is my mother? Who is my father? Those that do the will of the Lord. But it actually, amongst this generation, you do actually have those that do curse their father and their mother. But even in a spiritual sense, Jake is under this vibration. It says, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. And they're back here today. There's some of them are making videos. It says, there is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaws are as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. You know, they're not seeking to devour the rich. They're not seeking to come after Esau, but they're trying to devour us. Okay? That's this wicked and forward generation that's here on the planet Earth today. All right? And at the heads of that, you have these scribes and Pharisees that are back coming up against the men of the Lord, man. They're here. Just as well as the men who pierced Yahushua is here. The men who came up against Yahushua when he was walking the earth are here. Now, on the flip side of that, you have the righteous generation, all right? Psalms 24 and 6, this is the generation of them that seek him, that they seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah, all right? So there's a generation that actually seeks after the Lord, and there's a generation that turned from the Lord. When he came, they wanted a sign. They didn't believe in the sign that was right before them. You know, you got people who come onto the videos, they ask these tedious questions and they try to trap you up in their words. That's the same thing they were doing to Yahweh. That's the same thing they did to the ancient prophets, man. All right. This is 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people. All right. That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Okay, so there you go. All right, There's a chosen generation, and then there's that wicked generation who were chosen and made to be destroyed, man. All right? Let's see. Philippians. All right. All right, so this is Philippians chapter 2 and 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. All right, what is this world? All right, cosmos. All right, within Israel, you're gonna have the 2/3, and you're gonna have the 1/3, man. All right, and there's nothing new under the sun. That which has been is now, man. Okay, and every generation is gonna come back upon the earth in their time, man, as pursuant to the scriptures, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 32 and 18, or 18:32. 32 and 18, it says, Thou showest love kindness unto thousands, and recompenses the iniquity of the father into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty God, Yahweh of hosts is his name. So there you go. So you're going to have that wicked and perverse generation, all right, and you're going to have that righteous generation, man. All right, and we're fighting to be a part of the righteous generation, man. All right, there's nothing else to be a part of, man. All right, and I'll just finish here. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 4 and 35. It says, Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, How long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave answer and said, Unto even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he have weighed the world in the balance. All right, by measure he have measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. He does not move nor stir them until the said measure be filled. All right, and if you look at this verse 36, he's telling Esdras that you're going to have to come back a certain amount of times, but at that final judgment, that final when that final seed of yours in this flesh on this side comes, then you will see the end, man. So the righteous are going to see the end, all right, and the wicked are going to get their end, man. And when the end of Babylon comes, you know, because before that you're going to have the martial law, and you niggas are going to get it, man. All of those who came up against the prophets are going to get it, man. All right. This is when Babylon falls. You get Revelations chapter 18 and 20. It says, Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God have avenged you on her. All right. Not only is he going to avenge us of Babylon, but those who came up against us, man. All right. Isaiah 66. So the prophets and apostles are going to be in Babylon. All right, rejoicing once this thing is destroyed, man. They're going to be rejoicing at the fall of Babylon. They're going to be rejoicing at the fall of you niggas, man. All right. It's Isaiah chapter 66 and 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, Let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. All right. So, hey, you know, verse 4, I will also choose their delusions and bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and chose that which I delighted not. Carnality, man. And that was the main thing with the scribes and Pharisees. So they're definitely back on the planet Earth about to receive their judgment, unless you don't believe we're at the end, because according to the scriptures, all of these things is going to come up on this generation. This generation is going to have to pay for what they did to the prophets, man. All right. These are those guys who came up against Zechariah, who came up against Nahum, who came up against all of the prophets, man. Micah, you know, they came up against all of the prophets, and them niggas are back here. And for somebody to say that will let you know that they're trying to get away from the judgment, because you're one of these niggas, man. All right. You're trying to sit in Moses' seat or whatever, man. whatever the hell you guys got going on. But hey, this is you guys, man. The scribes and Pharisees are indeed back here, man, on the planet Earth, doing their job, man. Coming up against the men of the Lord, being niggas, all right, throwing out emotions and being carnal and mad and jealous or whatever it may be. And there's various other scriptures we can get on this topic, but I'm going to end it there, man. You know, the point was proven, man. This chapter alone tells you they're not going to escape the damnation of hell. They're going to be destroyed here in America, man. All right, these scribes and Pharisees are back here on the planet Earth doing the same thing that they did to Yahushua, to the men of the Lord, man. All right, so hey, with that, we will give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.